I'm Sherry Moseler, and I am the performance program lead here at Arrowhead, which means I work with art, music, and Phi-Ed teachers. So today we were, as a final project for AP Studio Art, the students are asked to combine everything they've done over the year as far as research, influence, style, and combine that with a Sijo poem. So they look through a lot of poems, we go through the website, they find something that really resonates with them, that they can connect to. Many of the students actually connect through the vivid imagery of the Sijo poems, so they can actually visualize things as they're reading it. And then we always talk about putting their influences, so in this case the poems, through the filter of themselves as the artist. So what do they want to bring to it? What do they offer as far as imagery? What do they see in their mind's eye? And then connect that to elements, principles, composition, all the things they've learned to create, to move from a sketch into a piece of fine art.
I was first introduced to Sijo in my creative writing class from my teacher, and we worked a lot with like writing Sijo and just learning the structure of it and how to make a Sijo. And then in this class, I was introduced to like looking at the more artistic side of it and kind of really like focusing on the meaning of Sijo and then trying to find symbolism within it and then produce a piece of artwork. So the Sijo is named Night Music. It kind of talks about a pond at night and about crickets and frogs, and it relates that to violins and other instruments. And it just kind of like shows loudness at night and how you can't really like silence out nature, but more like appreciate what it like looks and sounds like.
What you do well in your sketchbook is bringing out the emotionalism, the symbolism.
She initially wanted us to go through the website and read all the Sijo. So we searched through countless of writing and poems, and we looked through them and tried to find one that really like resonated with us. And then on our slideshow with our entire class, we start talking about like our Sijo and which ones we want to do and what our classmates are doing, and then we start planning it out. So we kind of sketch out some ideas. We create a mood board around it to figure out kind of like what is the vibe we want our painting to like give off. And then once you start to plan it all out and you get like the composition and you get the imagery and everything you want to incorporate in your painting, then you start to actually make like final sketches and you start grabbing your materials and just figuring out what you want to do.
Is the actual poem, or that's your interpretation? Got it. Cool.
What I have right here is this is just a portrait of one of the Sijo inspired poems I had. It was inspired by secrets, and then I have like just the lined paper kind of depicting the poem in the background. And then in here are just some other sketches I did of some of my characters. She is also one of my characters, and that's kind of what we're working with today. The poem is about secrets and kind of like trusting relationships kind of falling apart and just how you should be honest with people. It was very nice. I really liked having like a poem to kind of work with the art and stuff. It helps kind of give the theme and just some of like the symbolism, like with the line paper as I mentioned before, and kind of the expression in the writing and the color palette. It helped kind of kickstart the idea, and I think I was able to create something really pretty with it. It really helped, like the writing and like the descriptive words was really nice to have kind of alongside with that just theme, and it kind of gave direction to the pieces and like the symbolic meaning and gestures that a lot of the poems offered, and it was very nice to like incorporate writing with just different pieces of art.
I think for me and a lot of the art students, the nice thing about Sijo is it's short and full, very rich in imagery, so very detailed. And also the fun part of it is there's usually a twist in there as well. So especially towards the end of this school year, and having spent a lot of time creating very classical in a lot of cases, fine art. It's nice to allow them to loosen up and be more creative and kind of take some of those requirements and parameters off. And also, like I said, the poems are shorter, so they can connect to them faster. So with their portfolios, they've spent the last 9 months kind of doing the same thing. And so this offered them an opportunity to move quicker through that creative process.